Hey guys, Kirk here from Kirk's Aquariums, bringing you guys yet another episode. Today's episode, we're just going to do a walkthrough of what's going on and what's been going new in the fish room. So stay tuned guys, it's going to be some baby fish, all that kind of stuff, so stay tuned. Alright, thought it'd be an opportunity to finally get a bit of footage of these guys for you. So these are my L397 Plecos. I've dropped a wafer in for them. I broke it up a little bit just in case one of them decides to hog it. So as you can see, they're growing nicely. I'm trying to zoom in here. The quality's probably going to go a bit bad. But I just love the colour on these guys. Like, look at that. He's chowing down. So yeah, really, really nice fish. I do want to breed them. I know they're going to take a little bit. They should be almost ready to breed. There's another big one that's, I'll zoom in over there. These two angels are ready to breed again. You can see that's the male there. Here's the female here. So she's got a nice belly on her. Try and get the side of her. You can sort of see she's got a decent sized belly on her. So I'm pretty sure she is carrying eggs. But yeah, thought I'd get an opportunity. As soon as I start filming, they all go away. And now I can't get the camera to focus on them. Yeah, see a little bit of aggression, but they're all just having a bit of a chow. So that is what's going on in that tank. We'll move over to the next tank and keep going. Alrighty, we move down to this tank. This is the Goyder River Rainbowfish tank, and these are the longfin albino bristlenose. So really enjoy the albino bristlenose, especially with their long fin. They're you know, a bit aggressive at the moment with each other. This is the Goyder River Rainbows. I should have filmed this morning when I turned the lights on. They were all nice and red and wanting to spawn with each other. I've got a really decent spawn out of them from the last mop that I just pulled. So I'll show you guys that in a video. Sorry for the water, it's a bit stirred up. But Elmo's in here as well. He's a bit camera shy, hanging over the back of there. So he's doing well. This tank needs a bit of a clean up, but I thought I'd just show you these guys because they're really, really cool and starting to grow out quite nicely. So as you can see, the fins on them are quite long, especially that tail and top fin, but their side fins will get quite long as well. So they are going really well, and yeah, that is what's going on in this tank. Alrighty, moving over to this tank. It's really hard to get the camera to focus. We've actually got baby rams. So they're finally at the size now where you can tell that they're a ram. This is one of them here. They're still pretty small, but doing pretty well. I've only got 3 of them, so it wasn't a huge success. Unfortunately, I would have liked to get more, but we'll hopefully get more next time round. So 3 isn't really enough to call it a success, but I'll grow these guys up and hopefully use these 3 as future breeders. We'll see what happens. But I'm pretty happy with them. So growing them up, they're in here with some Goyder River Rainbow babies as well. They're a lot harder to see. They're a lot smaller as well. So don't know if that's going to be a problem in the few coming weeks, but we'll find out. So yeah, that's what's going on in this tank. It's a bit messy in this tank, so do apologise. But yeah, doing really well. There's probably like 20 plus Goyder River Rainbows here, and I'll show you the other spawn in a second. Alright, this one's going to be a little bit harder to film. I'm going to try and focus the camera on for you. They're really, really small at this stage. So we've actually got a fair few. These are the Goyder River Rainbows. I'm going to see if I can move the light a little bit to see if I can get all of them here. So as you can see, there's a fair few here. This is the spawning mop that I used. And it takes like over the course of a few days. So these all didn't hatch in one day. The first day there was only maybe like 5 or 6, and then all of a sudden over the course of the next like 2 or 3 days I've just been getting more and more. Every morning I come down here and have a look. So really happy with this result. I'll try and come down here because there's not just some on the surface. There is also heaps all down here everywhere. So at this stage they're actually too small to even eat baby brine shrimp. So I've been using like a powder form of food, and that's just been helping them get the first few days, because if they're too small to eat baby brine shrimp and you don't have like a really fine powder, they're gonna probably fall off even a few days or if not a week. So the first week of hatching is super important to get some food into them at least. But yeah, they're going good for now, and hopefully they all grow up, because this is a lot of Goyder River rainbow fish. So if you like rainbow fish, in 6 million years time when these guys grow up, you can get some. But yeah, that's what's going on in this tank. really excited for that. So move on to the next tank. Alright, we'll come over to this tank. I'm a bit all over the place in my fish room, but moving on to the Sterbai Corys. These guys are looking nice and meaty and chunky, so the angel is always going to get in the way. But yeah, these guys actually spawned for me this week. I kept the eggs, but I don't know what happened. I put the eggs in the same tank as the baby angels baby rainbows, sorry, but they hatched and then didn't make it through. So I'm not sure what I did wrong there. It's the first time I'm sort of focusing my attention on spawning the Sterbays. So I'll just give it like another couple of days, and these guys are going to lay eggs again all over the glass. You can see they're already a bit frisky with each other at the moment. I just did a water change on this tank, and cool water change will help them spawn. So they've been getting nice fat on bloodworms and other stuff. As you can see there, it's got a nice chunky stomach. And ready to spawn again, I reckon. So we'll give it a shot again. And the first time around, usually you do fail saving the eggs and raising up the fry, because you're learning yourself. So it was a learning curve for me. I think I know what I did wrong, and we're just going to do a different method next time. So hopefully these guys lay a decent amount of eggs, and I can harvest the eggs, and with any luck this time around I'll actually get to successfully hatch some baby Sterbays. So excited for that, and yeah, that's pretty much what's going on in this tank, and we'll move on to the next one. Alright, we'll move over to this tank. Sorry for the reflection, but these are the first batch of Philippine blue angels that I've kept or successfully spawned. And in comparison to the red devil / black ones that I spawned, this is a fail, because I've only got about maybe 15 or 20 that actually survived off a slate that easily had hundreds. So I'm not sure what I did wrong there either, but these guys survived, and they're looking nice and healthy. I'll try and get a bit closer. They're a little bit skittish. Yeah, going out nicely. This one's coming to the screen. Got the stripes on them already. Just waiting for that blue colour to come through, but they'll come through eventually. But yeah, first time doing the Philippine blues, so excited to see how these guys grow out. And I thought I'd just show you guys, the progress. So we'll move on to the next tank and keep going. So we'll move down to this guy. I really like this guy. Look at the colour on him. He's not even got his colours fully turned on yet. Unfortunately, he may have killed his partner. So the spawn of rams that I showed you guys before, they were from this guy. You can see the nice red on his top fin there as well. Just an all-round nice looking male ram. So unfortunately he's a bit of a bully, and he decides to just harass the female until she's too stressed out that she unfortunately passed. So I couldn't do anything to save her. So now I'm basically without a female ram, so the continuation of the spawning has come to a stop. But I might look at getting a female for him, and then maybe getting some dither fish in here as well, so that he can sort of pick on them a little bit as well, rather than just keep going after the female ram. Especially when she's not ready to lay eggs. Like, it takes her a while, usually at least a week or maybe 2, before she's ready to lay eggs again. And a young male that's ready to go is basically going to harass her all day, every day, until she lays eggs again. So she basically lays eggs and then puts up with a week of harassment, and then is basically just too tired. And I think that's just what happens. I might be wrong. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong, but that's what I'm suspecting is happening, because this guy's killed 2 females now. So he's a really nice fish, and he's obviously fertile. He's just a bit of an aggressive one. So you're going to get that. Some rams are really nice, some just are a bit of a bully, especially in the males. We'll hopefully get a female and keep the ram spawning up. And yeah, that's what's going on in this tank. Alrighty, we'll move over to this tank. There's still a few angels left. So I thought I took a lot. I took 70 or 50 out of these ones 2 weeks ago to the shop. And this week I took another 20 just to top him up. And I've still got way too many. So again, really gonna try and push these angels. I don't want to try and take them to different shops. I just want to stay supplying the one shop for now. But yeah, there's just, I'm not feeding them as heavy so that they don't overgrow me, because the last thing I want to do is grow these guys up too big, because not everyone wants a really, really big angel. But if you're in local to Brisbane, go into Paul's Aquariums. He's got a nice supply in there at the moment. They are a nice looking angel. So I've still got a fair few left, and I'm working on my brood stock as well, so they're colouring up nicely. The orange is really starting to come through on them. Not as much as Elmo just yet, but we'll just see. Time is what's going to tell. And then we got our nice little peppermint bristlenose in here as well. So they have been looking like they might spawn for me, but I haven't been using RO water in this tank, so I don't know if that's going to happen or not, because the water softness is probably not going to be where they want it. But stranger things have happened, so they're at the nice size. I've had them for a couple of years now, these particular ones. So we'll see what happens, but I think once all these angels sell, I'm going to strip down this tank. I'm going to pull these guys out, the peppermint bristlenose, and I'm going to put them in a tank, of their own, and really try and spawn them. So just a quick little one on what's going on in this tank, but yeah, plenty of angels still to go. I've still got the black ones as well, but yeah, we'll move on to the next tank. So moving over, we've got the red devils here that I've been keeping. They're actually having a bit of a go at each other. They've been a bit aggressive towards each other because they've got they want to spawn already, so a bit of aggression, but that's okay. As you can see, the colours are really starting to come through on them. We're getting that nice red top fin and that nice orange head. I mean, this one's not even the best colour one, and that top fin already looks nice. This guy over here is quite nice. So the top fin on top half of him here is going quite a nice red, and the head of him here is starting to go a darker orange. He's got a little bit of marks on him from the others. We'll find if we can see here he is, Spoon the ghost knife. He is such a cool fish, and he just stirred up a heap of mess for me. So he lives in his log. He's getting quite big now actually, and one of the best things about the ghost knife is they have the ability to swim backwards. So not many fish other than the ghost knife can actually swim backwards. That I find is a pretty cool little feature. And they actually use sonar or electrical current in the water to navigate, because they've got really small little eyes on them. So they're basically almost blind. As you can see here, he's squeezing his way around. So he's finding an algae wafer. It's designed for the bristlenose in here, but he will just about eat anything. He's not picky whatsoever. The angels will have a peck at it as well, but they're actually designed for him. So obviously this is the male, you can see with the bristles all over his face. So he's been making a fair bit with the female that's in here. She is probably floating around somewhere, but with any luck, I got a spawn maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago from these guys. It was a pretty decent yield. With any luck, they will probably spawn again in the next few weeks. I think the female's in here somewhere. Yeah, so that's the female over in here, if you can see in the log. You can probably just see her shadow, but that's her down there. So you can tell the females, because the females in the bristlenose don't get the perfect timing, don't get the bristles on their face. So as you can see here, she is off and gone because Spoon the ghost knife just came back home. So he's one of my favorite fish at the moment. He's got quite a personality on him. He really, really enjoys live blackworms and frozen bloodworms. I think they're his favorite. He'll eat flake, but he'll eat some pellets. But yeah, the frozen bloodworms he really goes hard for. And he really goes hard for the live blackworms too, if you've got live blackworms. So make sure you've got a big enough tank. These guys get huge. He will eventually outgrow this tank. This is a 3x2, and he's definitely going to outgrow this tank very soon. So I want to move him into my 6-footer, and hopefully that'll be big enough for him eventually, that he will live a nice life. They usually live like a long time, good like 20 years I've heard. So I might be wrong, but I've heard apparently that they'll live 20 years or longer if you look after them. But yeah, that's what's going on in this tank. Spent a bit of time on this tank, but hopefully these guys will be my future breeders, and I wouldn't mind seeing if I can get a female out of this lot and putting them with Elmo, the original orange male over there, and seeing if I can get him to breed again with one of these. So that'll just help that orange come really through at an earlier age, I feel, which will ultimately make a nicer, younger angelfish. Right, Alrighty guys, so we just got home from the fish shop, Paul's Aquariums, and we bought ourselves some Boesemani rainbow fish. Now, terrible shot. I think these ones are the males. I got him to bag them up. I got 3 males and 3 females. Really terrible quality in the bag, but I will show you guys them once they get in the tank. Just something else going on today as well. So, new fish to the collection, Boesemani rainbows. I've had success with the Goyder River rainbows. So I thought, oh, I might as well try with the Boesemanis because I really like the Boesemanis. So yeah, we got 6 of them and I'll get them in the tank. Alrighty guys, so it's been a couple more days since the last time I was with you guys. So I actually pulled the mop out of the baby Goyder River rainbows here, so you can see there's no mop. And I thought I'd lost my baby Corydoras, but as I pulled the mop up, sure enough, all they came out. So they actually are right here. I'll see if I can get the camera to focus on them. So that is baby Sterbai Corys. So I am really excited about that because it is the first time I've spawned them. I think I've only got about 4 or 5 that actually survived, but I only had about 10 or 11 eggs that I actually saved, so not too bad. I'm pretty impressed with it because it's the first time I've actually ever bred Sterbai Corys, so that would make me very happy. But yeah, I thought I'd show you guys them as well, so just a bit exciting. Hopefully they'll grow up, get some baby brine shrimp in there, and hopefully they'll go well on that. The rainbow fish up the top here are doing well. So they're still on the powder and stuff. I just fed them just before, so there's a bit of muck in the water and stuff like that. But yeah, they're doing really well. Seem to be growing pretty decently. And I'll quickly show you guys one last tank and then we'll call it a wrap. Alright, so these are the Boesemani rainbows that I picked up on the weekend. They've been settled in now for the last couple of days. I picked up a few more, so originally I only had 6. Went and picked up 6, sorry. Went back into the fish shop the next day and grabbed 3 more females because I realized I had 4 males. So I went and picked up 3 more females, so we've got a good ratio here of male and female. They're doing really well so far, all seem to be doing super good. So yeah, just thought I'd show you guys that. We'll call it a wrap here. It's probably going to be a long video once again. But I hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you did enjoy watching, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, that'll really help. And if you haven't subscribed already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. So thanks for watching guys, and I will see you in the next one.